I forgot to tell you guys, I got the new Doom game for Xbox One. Ooh, super exciting. I love it. It's cool because they paid a lot of homage to the original Doom games. I played Doom when I was like 5 and 6 years old back in the 90s on the PC, like I'm sure a lot of you did. So I just got word that Brett Gibbs has released his squat, bench, deadlift shirts again. So he just told me this. He's a great friend, a great coach, and overall a huge motivation to me in the sport of powerlifting. I've been a big fan of him before I was even friends with him or lifting underneath his coaching. So if you guys want to support, I put the link in the info box. I believe he said he's releasing these only for a couple of weeks. I think the sale will basically end at Worlds, and then I don't know when they'll be available again after that. So if you want to grab yours, squat, bench, deadlift, support Brett Gibbs, link is in the info box. I haven't done front squats in over a solid year. So we're easing back into those for the first time. They're a great accessory exercise to your major movements. They have amazing carryover to your squat, whether it be high bar or low bar. They even have some carryover to your deadlift, sometimes, depending. They're just incredible for strengthening up your core, because you need your core to be extra tight to keep that vertical torso. And they're also good for training you to really program your glutes into activating properly in a squat, because the whole function of a front squat is that you want to keep your hips underneath your torso. Unlike a regular back squat, when your hips are going to be a little bit behind your torso, you want your hips to stay under it. So to do that, you have to have good ankle mobility, good dorsiflexion to have that forward knee travel. You need to be able to open your hips up, get those knees nice and wide at the bottom of the squat, and you need to be able to activate your glutes to keep them tight and contracted from the very beginning to keep them underneath your back. If you let the glutes go loose, they fall behind you. If you let your core go loose, your back will start to fold over. So it's great for just training you to stay nice and tight, and that's going to carry over amazingly when you get under your regular squat. So we did 3 sets of 8 reps with 225, again, keeping it light, easing into it. Another big thing that I want to talk about with you guys, and Brett didn't really specify this, but it's something that I keep in mind for myself, is that anytime you're going into something that you're not used to doing, whether you just simply have never done it before or you haven't done it in a long time, you want to start off light, not just because you're going to be weaker at it, but also because your body may not be acclimated to training in that position. The best example is when I started doing sumo deadlifts about a year ago. I got my technique down pat. I was actually very happy with my form, but I made the mistake of jumping right into heavy weight. I was doing the weight I did conventionally, pulling 5 plates, 545 right away, every week. And I hadn't given my body time to strengthen up in that wide sumo stance. Everything I'd done had been narrow stance before that. I squat in a narrow stance, I deadlift conventional in a narrow stance. So instead of building up the strength in that wide stance, I jumped right into it. And because I was strong at deadlifting, for the weight I was using, that is, I was able to pull the weight up without any issues. But what happened is after a few weeks, I started getting SI joint pain, serious SI joint pain. And once I stopped doing sumo deadlifts, the pain went away. And it was simply because I just jumped into a position and a stance that I was not used to and had not built up strength for yet. So take your time whenever you're doing anything that's new and outside of what you're trained for. Build up that tolerance and that stamina in that position first, then ease your way up into the heavy weights. Big 6 plates, baby. Double fisting cameras. Come on. Up! Woo! Yeah, that looked really good. That looked easy. Man. Yeah, buddy. That is the goal for the next big PR. Brett wants me to hit the big 6 plates finally. Post-workout time. They hooked it up. That was one of the biggest burritos I've ever... Son sneeze. Son sneezes. Got a little creepy pasta to listen to. It's 25 minutes long, so it'll last me the duration of the ride home. I'm kind of a nerd with this stuff. I love listening to creepy pastas, especially when I have long drives, because I've heard every song there is to hear. I'm sick of the music I have on my phone, and I hate what's on the radio. So this is a good way. You kind of escape. It's like watching a movie without having to actually watch the movie. It's a little bit of entertainment. Allows you to escape from the day for a minute to listen to the story. I actually listen to them every time I go to sleep too. Best channels: Crips McPasta. I love his accent. Mr. Creepypasta, congrats on breaking 1 million subscribers. King Spook's good. Mr. Nightmare and Dr. Horror are great when they upload. The Sinful Savant is brand new, but he's really good. That's probably my favorite. Those are my top picks. I cycle through those. So I'm sitting outside on my front porch, editing a video, enjoying this beautiful weather, and the DHL truck pulls up and hands me a package, and I'm pretty positive I'm excited for what's inside. It's a kilo of white. Oh, baby. Yes. So GearBest.com sent me this stuff, and this is not a paid sponsored video. They did send me this, which is generous, but you know, you're gonna get an honest review. I'm gonna test this out, and if it doesn't work, you're gonna know, but I'm hoping this works as well as it's advertised to work. This is an Action waterproof, basically a GoPro. It's a camera, but it's not super fisheye, and it shoots in 4K. So it's really high quality, and they can go underwater with this bad boy up to about 100 feet deep, which is awesome. And then I also got these bad boys, these goggles with a camera also built in. I think it's a 720p camera. It's a little mini guy. But you guys know me, I'm a fish. I grew up in the water every summer of my life, basically. Love swimming. It's the only thing I'm really good at, swimming. So this is gonna be so fun. The website for GearBest is in the info box below, and I put the individual links to each one of these products in the info box below as well. They're actually a really good price. So check that out and continue watching, and I'll give you the full review. I'm gonna put these to the test hopefully tonight. If I can't make it to the beach today, then I will be doing it in a video very soon. All right, so I opened the thing, the waterproof case, turned it on. It is really cool, and it does have the option. You can put it in fisheye mode, or you can zoom it in and make it like regular flat mode. So that's pretty awesome. The only downside about this, it came with a charger and everything, but it does not come with the SD card. So I have to go buy one before I can use it. It does, however, come equipped with just about everything you would need for almost any sport you want to do. Setups, hooks, little mini tripods, sticky things, wires. I mean, you name it, it comes with everything. It has straps. It even has tie wraps in here for you. So that part is pretty cool. I have this bad boy plugged in and charging right now. So, unfortunately, it's just getting too dark, too fast to even bother going to get an SD card and try to film underwater. I'm not even sure if I'm going to still be able to go swimming. If it stays nice and hot, maybe I'll go night swimming, but that's not going to make for good footage. I want to film underwater midday when the sun is beaming through the water and like illuminate and everything so you guys can see all the crabs that I catch and stuff. Catching crabs. So, I ordered the SD card on Amazon Prime. It'll come in the next couple of days, and then I will show you guys some sick underwater footage if all goes well.
Can I do an order of the fish and chips? Yeah, and then the next two things are going to be off the gluten-free menu.
Tavern by the sea. They own it for like part of the year. It's weird. Maybe they just rent it.
So we saw her last
Yeah, that's how I.
That's how you call her your cousin?
Yeah.
Where'd you find this?
In the closet. That's a professional ice bucket.
These are all dirty.
It's a lot of sauces. Ari's salad. Ari's food.
The salad's for work tomorrow.
Mine's over there. So this is a private beach that I actually spend a lot of my summers on because my grandparents have a house here, and the sun sets over there on that side, and there is a beach over there, but it's a lot more rocky. So we're gonna sacrifice the sunset for the smoother sand and the ultimately nicer view.
I'm like torturing myself with how spicy I'm making it.
I know, it's insane.
I like it though.
This is delicious.
This is perfect.
It is.
Cheers.
We have a spy. That's a horseshoe crab right there. See it moving? This little guy's in trouble. I'll save you. Aha. Don't thank me for doing the right thing.